Welcome everyone to Let's Play Final Fantasy 14 Online, episode 59. Now, in the previous episode, we had defeated one of the Garland Empire's servants for Gaius Van Belsar, the Praefectus Rhitahtyn, if I'm saying his name right. So that was part one of the attack plan of the Eorzian Alliance, or the three city-states. So now we are moving to part two, where the cities, or off camera, the city-states are going to be blockading all of the enemy bases in Eorzea. And then we're going to partake in a raid in Castrum Meridianum, I believe. But we have to go back to the settlement or to the camp just west of Vesper Bay here to get our next quest, which is a hero in need. So we'll see if it's rating, or let's see what this here. Phase 2 of the operation is presently in motion. Our brothers and sisters of the Maelstrom are holding their own against Garlean forces upon Vilbrand and the Rotano Sea. Ere long, the third phase will begin, and you must take to the field once more. The immortal flames shall strike at Castrum Meridianum by way of a diversionary maneuver. While the Garleans are thus locked in battle, you are to infiltrate the stronghold and bring down the Magitech field that surrounds the Praetorium. The staging point for the mission lies in the shadow of Castrum Meridianum in Northern Thanlan, and that is where you must go. On your way there, however, I would ask that you make a brief stop at Camp Blue Fog, one of our key outposts in the area. The garrison, I am told, is in low spirits, and it would do our troops well to see the hero of Cape Westwind appear before them for the good of our cause. Please stoke the fire in their hearts. Okay. I think we have to go back to Central Thanlan, and then we can go to... I think we're in Western Thanlan. We need to go to Central Thanlan, and then we can go to Northern Thanlan. Okay, so we are in Blackbrush Station in Central Thanlan. So if we want to go to Northern Thanlan, in the past, we will go to Eastern Thanlan by going southeast. But we want to go straight north. From Blackbrush Station. And see, that's our destination here, the stairway up to the abandoned mine. And this is the zone border to Northern Thanlan. This is a mid-level 42 level 50 zone, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we are here at Camp Blue Frog, or Blue Fog, I should say. If this is your first time here, speak with a Chocokeep so we can take a Chocopore to here. And as always, attuned to the Aetheryte Crystal. Ah, Sergeant Kasmeer. Yours is a most welcome presence here at Camp Blue Fog. Logistically speaking, we are ready to march on Castrum Meridianum at a moment's notice. Alas, while our troops are here in body, their minds are else and anywhere but. The garrison's mood is dark. So daunting is the prospect of joining what may prove to be the bloodiest battle in history. But with a hero of such as you walking among them, we may yet rekindle the dwindling embers of their souls. All right. And so here we actually get the quest. Sergeant Kasmeer, I mentioned I was hoping that you might raise the flagging spirits of the men and women of our garrison, and we are taking the quest Hearts on Fire. Worry not. It is no unnecessarily laborious task that we ask of you. The mere presence of a hero such as you walking in their midst would no doubt serve to restore them a measure of morale. And so I ask you this. Make your way to the Carillion processing plant and report to General Raban once you have arrived. And Godspeed, Sergeant Kasmeer. Our troops are counting on you. That's a crafting quest. You have to go that eventually have to go back for. Okay. So we need to go to up here to the processing plant and speak with General Raban. So as you can see, this is a level 50 area. A lot of the mobs here are level 40, level 48, level 49. So we probably have some level 50. Like this guy here. You can sell the piece. You can sell the animal skins because I believe the leather workers actually use them in addition to with a few other classes. We'll be right back. And this is the Carillion processing plant. Now, the plant itself is here, but there's really no way to walk inside of here. But we are here to speak with General Raban. Well, if it isn't the hero who brought down the Praefectus, it's all good to have you with us, friend. As you can see, the mood about the camp here is grim at best. I was hoping that your presence alone might serve to raise spirits some. Fortunately, it would seem that many are too preoccupied wallowing in fear and self-pity that they have yet to even notice you have arrived. Might I ask you to make the rounds and share a few words of encouragement to those men and women whose spirit falters? I had a mind to do it myself, but I'm quite certain it would carry more weight coming from you. Once you have seen to the others, go and do the same for Edelstein. No matter what he may claim, the lieutenant would also do better for a bit of rousing. Trust me, I know. Okay. So you gotta go around the... So, yeah, gotta find marked soldiers here. Gotta do /PSYCH. And that should psych them up. Your stirring gesture has reawakened me to my purpose. Hero or no, I will fight tooth and nail to protect the realm. Don't know what word they meant, but we'll say gesture. Here's our second victim here. Truly fine, nothing to worry about. Mild case of battlefield nerves. So remember, I have to have them targeted and do the slash psych. I break my fast on Garleans. Right now, I'm very hungry. Okay. The Guardians are not near as threatening as you. That's in your face of Vanguard. Well, naked as my name's day. Alright, now we gotta go psych up the lieutenant. By Ralger, without my realizing it, the fire of my resolve has grown dim. But thanks to you, it burns red hot once more. If needs be, I shall lay down my life to secure victory for Eorzea. We want strength and vitality and skill speed. Well, actually, this would also do. But I think this would be good. But that reminds me, Sergeant Kasmeer, there's one other matter. Prior to our launching the final offensive, we will be conducting a series of special training exercises centered on common combat maneuvers and their telltale markers. I thought you might fancy a spot of warming up before we face off against the Garleans, so I've taken the liberty of applying for clearance on your behalf. Really? Okay, this isn't new. This wasn't here when I played the game first through. So they've added new exercises. These solo challenges will teach you how to interpret the attack markers seen during combat. You may access them at any time, either by selecting Hall the Novice from the Duties section of the main menu, or by speaking with any of the smiths found in adventurer guilds in Eorzea. Complete these exercises and arm yourself with the knowledge required to conquer the many challenges that await you on your journey. So these are ones that I haven't seen before. Because usually they just had one for what you call it, for DPS. Welcome, Mistress Kasmeer. In this training exercise, we will have you carry out a variety of common evasive maneuvers. My agent here will serve as your opponent. Try to get a sense of her oncoming attacks and handle them accordingly. Take your starting position when you are ready to begin. As you doubtless know, no few magics strike with a wide radius around a given target. Something or other. Okay. If you have a sense that you've been marked, you do well to move away from your allies so they aren't caught in the blast. Oh, they're covering dungeon mechanics. The danger is greater if there is an ally target at the same time. Stand too close to one another and your damage will overlap. Let's begin the exercise. Okay, so basically we're going to get marked with that arrow. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to stand away from your marked people and your circles don't overlap. Because if it does happen that way, the damage will stack. So these are common dungeon mechanics you'll find in higher levels. So our next exercise features a strike so powerful it cannot be endured alone. Okay. So this is what it will look like. Should the enemy perform such an attack, you and your allies must stand together in order to weather it. This is important. Especially in later DLCs. So when you see that marker, you want to, once you see that marker on yourself or any of your colleagues in your group, you want to group together. So it's on him. So we still want to group up. So yeah, they're called stack markers. It can be a circle like that, or it can be a line. Next, we'll look at a lethal variety of attack that none but a tank can handle. Behold its marker. So yeah, we covered that in some of the other dungeons. That is the tank buster. Remember, only the tank is equipped to survive a blow like this magnitude. Any other caught in the blast won't be left standing. Okay. So you don't necessarily have to be So yeah, tank busters do pack quite a punch. So it may not kill a DPS right away, but it would certainly anger the healer because you'll have a DPS that's critical. Next, let's practice how to handle a more persistent threat. Take note of this marker. What will follow is a chain of attacks that you can dodgily... You must stay on the move while keeping away from your allies. Okay, so basically it's an attack that's going to follow us. So we have to keep on the move, and we have to avoid our allies. See? And it's still following us. You can even hit the... Although it's not really going to do much. Oh, I guess that's our ally. Oh well. Oh well. I thought he would count as a enemy, but nope. So you don't need to keep going in the same direction. Just avoid the attacks and keep them away from the allies. Now that you've learned the basics, it is time to put your knowledge to the test. Overcome this final challenge and your training will be complete. Let's do it. So yeah, basically, covering attacks you'll find in a dungeon. So now they're going to throw all the markers at us. Okay. Okay, the outside's gone up. We can move to the outside, and we can avoid the inside. Just like that. Remember, even if the attack has gone off, you can move into a cleared area once the marker has cleared. So here we want to we want to all gather up in a safe area. Just like that. Avoiding the two large circles, but also gathering up. And here we want to avoid the tank. So the tank's going to go that way. We're going to go this way. Okay. Now just basically just attack. We can just avoid the attacks. And just keep leading him around. Remember, once the orange circle has cleared, you can go into that area. Okay. Not a bad challenge. Oh, and if this is your first time in the processing plant, or even Camp Blue Fog, speak to the Chocoporter, or Chocobo Keep, and attune to the Aetheryte. I think we didn't do that at Camp Blue Fog. Okay. Rock the Castrum. You have rekindled the flames and courage that burn within our brave men and women's hearts. For this, I thank you. And now the time for battle is nigh. We must march forth with no worries or regrets. General Roban awaits you at Castrum Meridianum. The battle will not be an easy one, but I trust that you are up to the task. Godspeed, Sergeant Kasmeer. So now we need to meet... Not there. Yeah, we need to meet right around here. Now the enemies around here will be level 50, maybe level 51 or 52. So you do want, and there are mobs in some areas around here that are group bosses. So one of the missions we did today gave us a weapons coffer. Go into inventory, right click, and choose use. And then it'll go into your armory, and if it's any better than what we have now, it'll recommend to equip it. But we are as good to go as we can be. So let us speak with Roban. Our hero returns. I trust that your visit has done much to lift the spirits of our garrison. on the eve of our greatest battle yet. Time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Minfilia and Alphnaud. Alphnaud, I should say. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred by the news of the siege of Castrumorians, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum Occidens and Castrum Marinum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but that the Admiral yielded them not one ilm. With Occidens, Marinum, and Oriens thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway leading hither from Castrum Sentry, and that we mean but one thing. The hour has come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. My fellow Eorzians, I am Minfilia, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors. They also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, we will be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course. Not so long as there is liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor, to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Before me stands the adventurer, Lightbringer Kasmeer. You all know her as a woman who led the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different Lightbringer, however. We know her as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf. A true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a path for her. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Lightbringer and her comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generator within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation. The destruction of the Ultima weapon. All troops, prepare for battle. I fear I can't accompany you this time. The inevitable task of facilitating communication between our forces has been entrusted to the Ironworks, you see. Though I thought that I would be praying for your safe return. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the black wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades, for Eorzea. Now, go now, Lightbringer, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. And that's going to do it for this episode. This episode may be shorter than usual, but the dungeon that is coming up Castrum Murnianum, that can take around an hour to do, if not longer than like usually 30 to 40 minutes that these episodes go. So we're going to do that for next episode. Don't know if I'll be able to put it out on Thursday. It might be, now that the holidays are over, unfortunately my day job is back to its usual schedule. So if time permits, I will try to get that out on Thursday. If not, it'll be our usual time on Tuesdays, either at noon or 1. So until then, thank you for watching, and take care, and we'll see you next time as we raid the base.